Hello and welcome to week 7 of Xbox Week in Review League Racing Series. Today we continue with coverage of WR Crossplay Tier 1 and AEC's Tier S, as well as the second round of WR's Legacy Division. But first of all, as always, let's get into this week's League Racing news. Important news came from World.Online Racing this week, as the league announced changes to both its league and teams tournament calendars. For the league, WR, Monza was removed due to issues with the circuit and was replaced by Kota, which would also play host to the season's sprint event. While for the Legacy Division, Zandvoort, which was due to take place this week, has been moved to round 11 in place of Australia, and instead tomorrow's race will be held at Singapore on its new layout, which will surely rival Monaco as another intriguing street race. Other news this week came from NRX's closure, which was covered last week, and their absence obviously left a spot available in Worlds, which was taken by next fastest qualifiers ETA. Voids were also left in tournaments BBS and NRC, with both being taken up by Parnell Racing, who were able to make easy work of signing some of NRX's old drivers. Red Bull esports driver Liam Parnell was able to pick up Quantum, Furious, M-Race, Sindri, Rusty, and Zach as an engineer to the outfit. That incredibly talented quintet of drivers will no doubt push them towards the top of exports, as well as management and engineering signings bolstering the team. BRT also took advantage of the collapse of NRX, with their ex-manager Luca joining the management hierarchy, and also picking up a share of the drivers, with Finn, LeGriff and Jack all making the switch to Bunga Bunga. MDL were also able to record the loan signing of Ogwin from NRX, while ECE also added to their roster, although not from NRX, signing the trio of Noctis, Luca and Sasha. The second round of the World season took place at Silverstone on Tuesday evening, with PSR eager to recover after their poor opener. They had no trouble in Q1 though, with one driver of G League, MVR, FRT, ETA and BRT being eliminated from qualifying. The remaining two drivers of both FRT and G League were also dumped out in Q2, with FT's Dawid narrowly missing out on making the final part of qualifying, and they were joined by Tails, Ruti and Nando for Parnell, NLR and OP respectively. It seemed to be a battle between PSR and the lone drivers of Sam Gamer and Markelos for PR and OP for pole, but in the end it was PSR's Kian who took pole from Markelos, with NLR Urpek an impressive third.
Markedos, always the consistent runner, so I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what Markedos brings in, and I believe it's going to be him.
It is. 500 lights are now out, and it's lights out, and away we go. Keane there leads the way through turn number 1 at Abbey, then through turn number 2 at Farm. Side by side there in the background, Kazizzle going side by side there with Sam Game, and Brad is there trying to get into the mix as well. Turn 3, first pinch point on the circuit. Everyone seems to have got clean through this. 3 wide in the background, however. That's Liam Bowman, Kazizzle, and Sam Gamer going for the move around the outside. In the end, Ruti trying to get the job done on Songs. He's dropped right then into the back of the field, so Ruti's had contact there coming through the loop and in towards Aintree, but Keane there leading the way. Markedos there in second. Red Bull down the inside line there is Liam Bowman. Brad is there trying to go to the inside line. Sam Gamer getting the move done on Liam Bowman, and now they're side by side coming through the exit of Love Field. Fantastic start by everyone. Keane there leading the way.
Later in the first lap, EC8 Sergioli crashed out, causing a virtual safety car, with Urpek being caught out on the restart by both Sam Gamer and Kazizzle. As the laps wore on, it was seeming that the soft tyres had been the wrong strategy for Suzuki's drivers, as their progress had stalled and their drivers were beginning to drop back the field, but they were able to undercut their way to the lead of the pack before lap 16, when this brilliant battle emerged with those on newer mediums battling those with older mediums who'd undercut from the softs.
First and third as Sam Gamer gets that job done. He is through and he's into third, and also in the background Markedos and Brothers are side by side through Abbey and Farm, and the Ferrari's now trying to get in the mix as well with a bit of team tactics. Volakongan and Kean side by side through turn 4. This race kicking off and 3 wide almost in toward the loop as well. Talers leading the way, but look at Liam Bowman to the inside line, trying to get the job done. This is absolutely ruthless racing, but it's absolutely bloody brilliant. Talers there leading the way, Kazizzle in second, Sam Gamer in third, and this, I hope, does not end in contact, because this is absolutely unbelievable racing.
Later on lap 16 though, this crash between Kian and Sam Gamer earned Sam Gamer a 15-second time penalty, as well as bringing out the safety car, with 5 drivers from 5 different teams staying out on the medium tyres, while the rest of the field boxed for new softs. The soft runners didn't make the progress they expected though, and this left Markedos and Bowman to fight it out for the win on the final lap.
I think it's pretty clear people should have just given up on positions that were clearly gone. As a little bit of a mistake going through cops then from Liam Bowman, but he's still going to be on the back end of Markedos. Markedos will be wise to go through here slow, catch Bowman napping a and he's done exactly that then, as he's going to go down onto the straight. This is going to be all a make or breaker for the race victory.
Yeah, and he's now trying to break the toe desperately to try and come back. Here comes Liam Bowman for NVR, trying to go all the way around the outside and towards Stowe. Marketos will hang him out to dry, and to be fair, Liam Bowman goes a little bit too deep into the corner, but Marketos there, absolutely stoic in his defence. He's going to lead in toward the final couple of corners. OP have had one driver fall by the wayside, the other is going to take the race win here in Britain. Marketos to the line, wins at Silverstone. Liam Bowman in second, Matteo there in third, Kean there in fourth.
Marketos there giving OP their second win in 2 races this season, with Bowman up in second and Matteo rounding out the podium in ETO's first race. PSR finished with a 4-5 and are starting to reel back the points that they lost in Monaco. After that thrilling race though, the standings look like this, with OP opening out a 40-point lead at the top, was a strong result for PSR moving up to third. Both G-League and FRT slipped, however, after a promising opening round. AEC also held their second round of the season this week at China, and it was MVR Bowman who took pole. It was also a strong qualifying for Shizu, who lined up second and fourth on the grid.
Time to resolve tonight's problem. Just who will win the Chinese Grand Prix? All 5 lights on ahead of the drivers, and they're out. And we're underway, and Liam Bowman from pole position, just as he was last week, will get us underway. And it was a brilliant start. He pulls well clear of ESV Bobberts, and an excellent start from Elite Risks, who's challenging the PSR driver of Placky through turn number 2 now. He's still holding the inside. It will turn into the outside for turn 3, which cuts back on all the drivers to race towards the end of sector 1. Bowman's lost it. Bowman's lost it. He's lost the lead as well. Very rare you see a mistake like that on lap 1. But ESV Bobberts takes the lead by the time we get to turn 6. Placky would dearly love to go around the outside, but he's not got much room out there. Bowman did well to defend, and he's still in the hunt.
Yeah, Elite Risk jumps up to third ahead of Placky, who got run out wide there by Bowman, so I'm sure Oliver Crisp will be right on that in the reports, because that did look a little bit rude. Zinity up to fifth, a cracking start. Lou sixth. Oh, there's a spinner. Oh dear, it's FRT Harvey.
Bobberts and Liam exchanged the lead multiple times, but the real race came when the strategy came into play. Some drivers came in off their hard tyres from lap 13 onwards. However, a few drivers, Placky and Lucas especially, stayed on their original hard tyres in an attempt to make it to the rain without having to pit. After the pit stops, there was much action, and with new medium runners attempting to make it through cars on older tyres and catch those that are not stopped, it made for some chaos. The expected rain arrived on lap 18, however, with a virtual safety car leading several drivers to take a gamble on into tyres, with others following suit with the next 2 or 3 laps. The battle, though, with Lucas falling back on very worn intermediate tyres, was between Placky and a charging Liam Bowman.
It could indeed, in the slipstream. Liam Bowman, no more DRS, but he pulls to the left-hand side. He's got to make it stick now around the outside. He's committed to this move, Liam Bowman. He's late on the brakes, but Placky goes with him. Another rear lock from the Dutch driver.
Oh,
Bowman manages to stay on the track. PR Lucas and ESV Bobbert still going at it, but they're still side by side for the race lead with Liam Bowman down the inside. Placky has to run wide, rejoins the circuit, still alongside Liam Bowman, and now back in the slipstream to potentially re-overtake the Scottish driver. It will have to be around the outside at turn 1, potentially make a cutback and send a lunge into turn 2, but no. PR Lucas, but heading down now in towards the hairpin. Liam Bowman has a 1.2 second lead. We await the battle for P4 and will receive Bowman in just a moment. Here comes TTM Zinity. It's now or never, but again Lucas holds the inside, and again he's going to hold the position. Fantastic defending all round, but here comes Liam Bowman around the final corner. 2 from 2 in AEC Tier S. Liam Bowman takes victory once again and extends NVR's advantage at the top of the championship.
Bowman now then with an almost perfect record in AEC, with a pole and 2 wins from the first 2 races of the season. Placky put up second for PSR, with Bobberts taking third for Shizu. So, after an exciting race in AEC once again, here's how the standings look. MVR hold the lead in the Constructors' Championship, while PSR claw their way back into second. NRX still yet to be removed off the podium even after their closure, but the teams behind will surely be looking to do that soon. Round 5 of WR's top crossplay took place this week at Zandvoort as well, with PSR Kai coming to the race holding an 11-point lead in the championship. The Englishman would also go on to top the qualifying session, setting a 107.721 and being both OP Benzer and Liam Bowman by less than a tenth.
On 5 lights now, and all of a sudden everything has gone really large on the screen and no one can really see what's going on. But into turn 1, Kai has taken the lead, kept the lead from Benza, as Matthew Hall is in third place there. Side by side though with the Haas, and he's got the position stuck surely up the inside though. Benza switches through. Liam Bowman goes to switch back on, and is he going to make a double move? He is not. Liam Bowman in third place, but Kai is trying to pull away now.
It was a somewhat boring race, however, though, and with the hard run at the beginning to pit at the end of lap 17, Kai was in second, with Pearsall Max in third, Liam Bowman fourth, and Matthew Hall in fifth. The phase of the race continued to see few overtakes, although Kai was able to make the move on Benza for the lead, who continued to drop on the harder compound after starting on the mediums, with Bowman also taking second from Max. But on lap 32, drama ensued as Matthew Hall spun Kai in his attempt to overtake Max.
But it just shows how quick he is with these mistakes. He's managed to claw himself back into it. Look at the background there. Pearsall Max and Matthew Hall having a look. Matthew Hall's having a look up the inside of Max. And that is Kai round with a damaged front wing. And that is possibly crucial to this championship.
This led to a thrilling final lap battle between Matthew Hall, Liam Bowman and Pearsall's Yossi.
To turn one for the final time. Liam Bowman's got the inside. He was very good at defending that against Yossi last lap, but Matthew Hall has managed to stick his car in there going through the rest of the track, and that is some move if Matthew Hall has done that, and he has done. That is a very, very good move from Matthew Hall. But, as he said, if the stewards' inquiry go through it, it's going to be an interesting one. But Yossi still sees an opportunity through turns 6 and 7, and he's desperate for it, and surely he's got the move done this time with a switchback.
He's got the inside now coming into turn 9, and there's a bit of contact on the inside as well. That could be Yossi's race win now, and Bowman almost at risk of sliding off the podium. Oh, Max went for it. That's his own fault. I think he just got a little bit too hot in there and didn't read the situation too well. But Liam Bowman has dropped down to third. Yossi could take the race victory on track. We've got one more DRS zone to come. It's not quite the full length of the straight, but it's certainly enough to win the race on track.
This is going to be mental no matter what, but Matthew Hall, I think, has got enough. Yossi's desperate for it, but there's not enough to it. Matthew Hall crosses the line in first.
Although Matthew Hall took the win on track, he'd later receive a 5-second penalty for his incident with Kai, promoting Yossi, Liam Bowman and Benza to the podium. Overall though, that rounds up everything that's going to be included in today's video, so if you did enjoy this rundown, all the support is appreciated, and make sure to tune in on Mondays every week for another review. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.